Good evening. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network presents the DCTV 4-H Evening News Program from Wednesday, March 7th, 2012, with news anchor Arian, meteorologist Black Belt Andrew Farron, camera person Myra, video engineer and producer Russell, sound engineer Dan, teleprompter Edward, prompter Mary Ann, and this is news director Dan. And now the news.
Welcome to the DCTV 4-H Evening News and Weather Report, starring our famous Dove Creek students. We would like you to know that you can now buy a sponsorship for DCTV that will help keep our kids show on the air. To buy one of these sponsorships, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you. Public notice. Care and Share food program is Friday, March 16th from 9 to 11 a.m. at the VFW Hall in Dove Creek. Use rear door at the back of the VFW Hall on 4th Street. Hello, I am Marian and I will be giving you the following story. Attitude gets 6th grader handcuffed. A Colorado 6th grader was handcuffed and taken to a juvenile holding facility for disobeying an assistant principal and being argumentative and extremely rude, according to an incident report. She told me that I needed to quit giving her my attitude. Ihara Quezada was quoted by NBC affiliate KUSA TV as saying of the administrator at Shaw Heights Middle School in Westminster, a suburb of Denver. In the incident report, the unidentified administrator said she was on hall patrol on February 22nd when she came across Quezada and started questioning her. She said she was in mid-sentence when the 11-year-old turned and walked away saying, "I don't have time for this," which is not what you say to your teachers. They're treating them like criminals, and they're not. They're kids. Quezada's mother, Mira Guyton, told KUSA. The local sheriff's office said handcuffing a child during transport is standard procedure. A school district spokesman agreed once they step in and take over a case, it is really in their hands, Steve Saunders said of the handcuffing by the school's resource officer. Quezada said she'd have a different response if she has another encounter with school staff. Not to give them attitude, she said. How come mom didn't just teach her kid better manners? Worked for my parents. Now I'll be giving you one of Colorado's dumb criminals. In Colorado Springs, a guy walked into a little corner store with a shotgun and demanded all the cash from the cash drawer. After the cashier put the cash in a bag, the robber saw a bottle of scotch that he had wanted behind the counter on the shelf. He told the cashier to put it in the bag as well, but he refused and said, "Because I don't believe you're over 21. Good reasoning. The robber said he was, but the clerk still refused to give it to him because he didn't believe him. At this point, the robber took his driver's license out of his wallet and gave it to the clerk. Probably one of the dumbest things he could have done. The clerk looked it over and agreed that the man was in fact over 21, and he put the scotch in the bag. The robber then ran from the store with his loot. The cashier promptly called the police and gave the name and address of the robber that he got off the license. They arrested the robber 2 hours later.
This guy
He wasn't wearing his thinking cap.
He deserves a Darwin Award.
Dumb city laws in Massachusetts. In Boston, it is illegal to play the fiddle. No one may cross the Boston Common without carrying a shotgun in case of bears. Anyone may let their sheep and cows graze in the public gardens commons at any time except Sundays. It is illegal to eat peanuts in church. An old law prohibits the taking of baths on Sunday. Duels to the death are permitted on the common on Sundays provided that a governor is present. Women may not wear heels over 3 inches in length while on the common. No one may take a bath without a prescription. I don't know how that's going to work. It is illegal for any citizen to own more than 3 dogs. And now I give you Andrew.
Oh, imagine I'll be giving you the current weather. The current temperature is 32 degrees. Room mic isn't working. Hi, I'm imagine I'll be giving you the current weather. The current temperature is 32 degrees. The high for today was 34 degrees. The low was 31 degrees. The wind has been between 1 and 6 miles per hour from the southeast. The wind chill factor is 18 degrees. All right. The barometer is at 29.72 inches and is rising. The humidity is at 66%. There has been no moisture measured by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 600ths of an inch. And now I will be giving you the big map. The four corner states have areas of snow. Sorry. Rain is falling from Texas and Louisiana diagonally through Wisconsin and Ohio. So there is rain along the Florida coast and along the borders of Georgia and South Carolina. So here. The rest of the country is clear. Now I'll be giving you the 5-day forecast. Thursday, snow showers, high 42, low 20. Friday, partly sunny, high 48, low 23. Saturday, mostly sunny, high 48, low 23. Sunday, mostly sunny, high 52, low 26. Monday, mostly sunny, high 53, low 26. Now I'll be giving you this week's CO2 numbers. The CO2 concentration in the atmosphere is one of the principal indicators of climate change. The higher the number, the warmer our climate will become. We want to thank Dr. Peter Tanz of the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration and Michael McGee of the CO2 Now website for this information. The week of February 26, 2012, 393 parts per million. CO2 last year, 392 parts per million. CO2 10 years ago, 373 parts per million. CO2 50 years ago, 319 parts per million. In the last 50 years, the CO2 has risen about 71.7 ppm. Up until the last 150 years, the CO2 climbed at a rate of only 2 ppm per 100 years. There are 311 million people in the U.S. according to the last census, so if everyone drove just 1 mile less a week and lowered the thermostat just 1 degree, it would really add up. For instance, if we get 25 miles per gallon and we drive 1 less each day, that would be a savings of approximately 12,440,000 gallons of gas per day. Remember, you can buy a sponsorship in DCTV that will help us keep our kids show on the air. To buy one of these sponsorships, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
I didn't know there was a 2 in there.
Shut up. Come here, wave.
Hello, the world of DCTV.
And that's the end of today's DCTV 4-H evening news program. This is News Director Dan saying good night and thank you for watching.